Hi, dear cricket fans. This is Ram once again with Cricket Happenings. And well, we are looking at the match, which is in a very, very interesting stage here because only with the weather really playing spoil sport, I would say this is a match between, it was the 4 days play in the match between Sri Lanka and West Indies. Well, definitely rain had definitely had a hand in it because only 22 overs were bowled. But well, Sri Lanka tried their best but could not prevent the enforcing of the follow-on by a delighted captain of the West Indies cricket team, Darren Sammy, on his first test as captain and with a 202-run lead. But Sri Lankan openers Tilakatne Dilshan and Tharanga Paranavithana negotiated the West Indian bowlers well to close the day at 89 for no loss, with still 113 runs more to wipe off the deficit when play was called off for the day due to bad weather. Pacer Kemar Roach provided the breakthrough badly needed by his team by getting rid of Jayawardene early by getting him caught behind by Carlton Bogg for 59 with 6 fours. Samaravira, struggling against the pace of Kemar Roach early on, reached his 50 but was the victim of an unfortunate run out for 52 with 6 fours as a straight drive of Angelo Matthews ricocheted off Bravo's boot into the stumps with Samaravira out of his crease. Offie Shillingford gave more joy to West Indies by dismissing Angelo Matthews just before lunch for 27 with 2 fours, and Suraj Ranadive was clean bowled by Shillingford for 12 with 2 fours after lunch, and Sri Lanka were 295 for 7 at that stage. But they could not press home the advantage as a brisk 72-run partnership for the Sri Lankans for the 8th wicket between wicketkeeper Prasanna Jayawardene and Damika Prasad brought them close to avoiding the follow-on, with Jayawardene playing some good strokes and Prasad living luckily with some edges through the slips and some mistimed sweep shots, and also clubbing 1 6 apiece of Shillingford and Darren Sammy. Captain Sammy, not claiming the new ball even though it was due, justified his decision with the partnership broken as Prasad holed out to long off of Shillingford for 47 of 46 balls with 6 fours and 2 sixes. Ajanta Mendes fell to Kemar Roach for 4, and another 6 runs were needed for Sri Lanka to avoid the follow-on. But with number 11 Tushar as his partner, Jayawardene top-edged the sweep shot of Shane Shillingford, the off-spinner, for 58 with 4 fours and 1 6 for Sri Lanka to be all out for 378 to give Shillingford figures of 4 for 123. Well, Darren Sammy, without any hesitation, made Sri Lanka follow on, and the Sri Lankan openers Tilakatne Dilshan and Tharanga Paranavithana were very positive in their approach, going for their strokes by pulling, slashing, driving and cutting with ease to be 89 for no loss at close, with Tilakatne Dilshan not out on 44 with 4 fours and Tharanga Paranavithana not out on 44 again with identical number of fours as Tilakatne Dilshan. Well, let's look at the bowling figures here. So Sri Lanka, really they have 113 runs more to get with 10 second innings wickets intact. But well, tomorrow is going to be the 5th day. But before that, let me just talk to you about the bowling figures here. Let's look at the bowling figures for West Indies. First, I'll go for Shane Shillingford, who was the successful bowler in the whole West Indies team here. Shane Shillingford, 33.2 overs, 3 maidens, 4 wickets for 123 runs. And then Kemar Roach, 19 overs, 2 maidens, 3 for 75. Andre Russell in his first match, 15 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 73. Darren Sammy, 11 overs, 2 maidens, none for 41. Dwayne Bravo, 16 overs, 4 maidens, 1 for 47. And Chris Gayle bowled 1 over for 3 runs. As far as the West Indian, well, I would say Sri Lanka adopted a very good batting approach. Probably, when you're following on and you're so much 202 runs in arrears, probably you would find that the batsman would be plodding and trying to play out time. But in this case, Sri Lanka have adopted a more positive approach. So definitely that means that Sri Lankans are daring to go in this match, whatever be the outcome. Well, that is something which augurs well as far as cricket is concerned. And then, the bowlers were not really allowed to settle in line and length at all. If you see the bowling figures, there have been absolutely not a single maiden ball by any of the bowlers. Kemar Rose 6 overs went for 18. Andre Russell 2 overs were treated for 17 runs. Dwayne Bravo bowled 7 overs, none for 30. Shane Shillingford 5 overs, no maiden, none for 20. And Darren Sammy 2 overs, no maiden, none for 4. And Sri Lanka finished at 89 for no loss. Well, this YouTube broadcast really gives me an opportunity now to analyze this match. Now, let's look at the one thing that I would like to say here, dear cricket fans. I would say that Prasanna Jayawardene, when you have only 6 runs to get, probably a top edge sweep, well, probably Jayawardene could have just, he had Thilan Thushra at the other end, and Thilan Thushra is no rabbit with the bat. Probably Prasanna Jayawardene could have just bided his time, got those singles, and then probably Sri Lanka would have avoided the follow on. But that was ifs and buts. But probably that could have been done. Shane Shillingford really utilized the conditions well on a drawing wicket and proved himself by taking 4 wickets for 123. But as far as Sri Lanka is concerned, their approach has been absolutely positive. Both the openers really setting up the Sri Lankan second innings, and now they are 113 runs behind, 10 second innings wickets intact. What are we looking at as far as the final day is concerned in the first test here at the Galle International Cricket Stadium? Well, what I would really say is that this is the 5th day. There's going to be some wear and tear on the pitch. There has been a lot of rain too. In fact, today also the play was called off pretty early with a lot of overs to be bowled. So one can expect something out of the pitch, because if I'm sure they have to be really be wary of Shane Shillingford, who did well in the first innings. On a drawing wicket, always the spinners are very dangerous, and I wouldn't be surprised if Shane Shillingford could actually pick in a few wickets tomorrow and really spread some panic around the Sri Lankan camp. But well, right now, yes, the openers have been putting up a very positive approach, and probably they might continue in the same way in tomorrow. But the 5th day, as I said, is always very dicey. The final day of a match is somewhere the pitch, there is just some turn and bounce in the pitch too. So if that is going to be the case, it could be a worrisome factor for Sri Lanka. So I think West Indies have everything going in the way, even though Sri Lanka have responded very positively. But well, it would be very interesting to see how actually Sri Lanka go forward and play off the whole day and keep the West Indian bowlers at bay. If they could actually carry on in the same fashion as they have done on the 4th day, that would be absolutely good for Sri Lankans. As far as West Indies are concerned, nothing to lose, and they would go all the way for victory. And I'm sure we are going to see some good captaincy by Darren Sammy, already showing signs of being a good captain. And I'm sure tomorrow he will have some plans up his sleeve to actually probably would be very happy to get a first win under his belt as being the captain of the West Indies cricket team. So well, we are in for an interesting day at the Galle International Cricket Stadium, provided the weather really stays away and we have a very great game of cricket. And really looking forward to it, dear cricket fans, subscribers and friends of Cricket Happenings. And I'm looking forward to also bringing you a report if the match goes the old hog. That's it, dear cricket fans, for Cricket Happenings. This is Ram signing off. Thank you.